demo from my local system. This because still this code is not in a demo server. So today's in today's demo, I'll be demonstrating about fixed deposit and recurring deposit. These are like advanced deposit. We can call as advanced deposits, and these are like a term. These are actually term deposits. One is with a fixed term, one is a fixed amount, and another with a you have to do a recurring deposit. And this is an extension of a savings account. So a lot of the features which we inherited from savings. Okay, still we have to refactor a few of the things, and we are still working on modifying the UI because after upgrading to Bootstrap 3, you can see the changes here. Like these changes are not available in still in development in demo server. So we have upgraded to Bootstrap 3. So after that, some UI changes we have to clean up. So you may see the screen is the application, the product creation and account creation screens won't be that great. Okay, I'll start with the fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is like it's a term deposit. It comes with a fixed period, and you have to mention what is the duration which you are going to make a deposit, and it has a it has a different interest calculations. So like we here in like most of the banks and cooperative sectors, they give a different interest rate for a different deposit term. Like for example, if a customer wants to deposit for 6 months, then they will give a different interest rate, and if customer wants to deposit for 1 year, then they will give a different interest rate. But they want to define a one product, and but they want to have a different interest rates based on the term which is going to deposit. So I'll show you how the product looks, the fixed deposit product. Okay, I will cover a few things which are very specific to fixed deposit, and other than that is like most of the things are we have taken it from savings, and there's a product name which you have to give and the short name. These are a few things which you have to define for product. The main things which comes here are like interest component, how you want to calculate the interest, whether you can go with a daily or monthly. And just for your information, we are adding the interest compounding periods quarterly, half yearly, and annually. That is under development. Maybe like tomorrow, or by tomorrow or tomorrow, we'll be able to make those commits into a develop branch, and that will be available in like within a couple of days. And you can define like how you want to post the interest to that account. And we have right now we have a interest calculating methods, like you can choose a daily balance or average daily balance. Then this lock-in period frequency here, it is if you once you create the account, if you want to freeze the account, you can specify here. What I mean by freezing is user can't do anything with that account. If he want to prematurely close the account also, he won't be able to do it if the account is locked. So basically, you can't do anything, any activities on the account. So that feature that you can achieve by providing details on this logged period frequency. You can specify any number, and we have a period frequency, like you can choose days, weeks, months, or years. And this we basically use it for to completely freeze the account. The other things are on product, like minimum deposit term. This product, you can define what should be the minimum deposit term which is allowed if anyone want to use this product. So you can say the 6 months, and what should be the maximum deposit period you want to give in this product. You can say 10 years. 10 years the maximum which using this product client can deposit an amount. The next thing which comes is and thereafter in multiples of. How this works is like we have a few requirements, like minimum is a 6 months and maximum is a 10 years, and they don't want allow to deposit clients for after 6 months, like they don't want allow to select a 7 months or 8 months. The next deposit term will be like they want to enforce them, they have to select a particular order. So in that case, we have provided here like how you want to specify that. Like after, if they want to go for higher deposit term, they can specify here what should be the next higher deposit term allowed. So if you select 3 and if you select 3 months, so what that means is like minimum deposit period is 6 months, and if you want to take any higher than 6 months, then it should be like in multiples of 3. So next available is like 6 plus 3. That is 9 months. If they want to deposit for higher than the 9 months, then they can go for 9 plus 3. It's 12 months. So likewise, it will enforce the account should be within a min and max term, plus it should follow the defined rule here. Like it should follow 3 in multiples of 3 months. Let me know if you have any confusions or if you don't understand this feature. I'll explain in more detail if you want. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. Here we have for advanced deposits, we have introduced something called premature closure. So these are the term deposits. So the clients will be depositing for a specified period of time, and they'll be mentioning that what duration they want to deposit this account. But if they want to pre-close the account, like they want to withdraw the amount and close that account due to some reasons, they want to pre-close. So in that case, organization might charge them some charges for we call it as a pre-closure charges. So that we can achieve by defining few things. We have provided a few attributes here to add a pre-closure charges. So I will cover this one after explaining this, how this interest rate chart works. Then I will explain this pre-closure, how it works with respect to interest rate chart. Okay. For every product, you have to define a validity. You have to define this. What is the chart validity? So that means you can tell whatever the interest rate chart you are going to define. This is valid between from and to period. So whenever any account is opened using this product, so whatever the chart is available during that product, it will get selected. So I'll just put 1st of January. So this chart is active valid from 1st of January. So you can define what is the interest rate chart. So you can define like if a client is depositing between 1 day to 180 days, then you want to give him a 5% of interest. And you want to define for the same product, if client is depositing more than 180 days up to 365 days, you want to give a 6% interest. And if client is depositing more than 365 days, that is 1 year, almost 1 year, more than 1 year, you want to give a 7% of interest. So how this interest slab works is like using this product, if any client deposits for 6 months, so he'll get an effective interest rate will be 5% for him. And if client deposits for more than 6 months, that is more than 180 days, then effective interest rate for interest calculation would be 6%. And the client is depositing more than 1 year, then the effective interest rate is 7%. Okay, I hope this is clear till this point. Okay, I'll come back to how this pre-closure works. Okay, when I say apply penal interest, so what it does, like if client is pre-closing this account before maturity, before he completes his specified term, then this amount, whatever the percentage we specify, this is basically the interest percent. This interest percent will get deducted from the what is applicable sorry, what is the applicable interest rate for that period. So here, for example, if client is depositing for more than 6 months, okay, in that case, what happens? The effective interest rate more than 6 months and less than 1 year. In that case, the applicable interest rate is 6%. And if I mention here apply annual interest 1%, and I'll select till premature withdrawal, then if client is withdrawing before 6 months, that is within 1 to 180 days, then the applicable interest rate is 5%. So he'll get a 5% interest rate. But this account is a pre-closure, so we'll look for the panel interest. What is the panel interest applied for on prematurity? So 1% is the panel interest applied for this. So till premature withdrawal is like he's withdrawing between this period 1 to 180 days. So this is the applicable interest, and 5 minus 1% will be deducting. So the effective interest rate would be 4%. So we'll get a 4% interest rate on the deposit. We have one more option, like on a whole term. So whole term means he opted for depositing for more than 6 months. So this is his whole term, and he should get a 6%. But as it is a premature withdrawal, we are going to apply a penal interest of 1% on whole term. So it would be effectively he'll get an interest rate of 6 minus 1%. So that is the difference, is like when you choose a whole term or till premature withdrawal. Okay. Now we have provided here, you can add charges while creating a product, or even after creating an account, you can add a charges to account.
Ashok?
Yeah, Pramod.
One question. This valid from date is there and end date is there. Okay. Is it for this product itself?
Yeah, this is applicable only for this product.
Means if I give some end date, that is for the product. Okay. After that date, you cannot use this product. Is that correct?
No, this product, this from and end date is only applicable for a chart. Okay.
So,
I didn't get your questions first place. So, let me explain it. Yeah, Pramod,
see, my question is, can you go ahead and add one more interest rate chart for this here?
Yes, that is possible. I will show you that. We, at the time of creating a product, we are restricting adding only one chart at the time of creating a product. So once you create a product, then in edit mode, we are allowing you to enter multiple interest rate charts.
Okay, fine. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I will explain you that once I create this product. So, okay, just to make this point clear, this valid from date and end date is only applicable for this interest rate chart, and we don't have any like defined dates for product. Okay, I'll create this product. I'm just taking a simple things. I'm not adding any charges or any accounting part. Okay, let me fill up this. Okay, this is a FD 03 multiples of $1, and okay, interest component paid is monthly, interest posting is monthly, and I'm using a interest calculation method as a daily balance. Then days in years is you can choose if you want to specify, like for interest calculation you want to consider 360 days or 365 days. You can choose one of them. Let me create a product. Okay, now I have created a fixed deposit product. So if you look into this, this is a, like we are viewing this fixed deposit product which just now I created. Here you can see the one link under interest rate chart section, which will take you to the view and edit interest rate chart. So what happens over a period of time, interest rate chart may change as per government rules or as per organization's rules. If they want to follow a different interest rate chart, they can go ahead and create a new chart. And we wanted to maintain the whatever the previously created interest rate chart, we wanted to maintain a history. so that at any point of time they can come and see what was the interest rate chart between between a given period of time. So before creating any new interest rate chart, first we have to check whether the new interest rate chart should not overlap with the existing interest rate chart. When I say it should not overlap, you can't go and create a new interest rate chart which starts after January 1st of 2004, because this interest rate chart doesn't have any end date. That means this is still active. This is a currently used interest rate chart. So if I want to create any interest rate chart with its from date greater than 1st of Jan, then I won't be able to create it. It will throw error. So before doing, I will show you that it will say that overlapping. So before creating any new thing, we have to edit this interest rate chart and we have to update the date. Okay, I'll just set it to 31st of March. So this interest rate chart will be ended by 31st of March. I'll submit. Okay, I will create a new interest rate chart. Okay, I want to select from 1st of April. Selective days. 1 to 90 days. I want to give 5%, and on 80 days 5.5%. Then 365 days 6%. Then 6.5%. Okay, now the two interest rates are available, charts are available.
Ashok, one more question.
Yeah.
You are giving edit, so I can go and change the interest rate also in the existing one?
Yes, you can change that.
But it won't affect any of the calculations, if you want any history, how you will show those things, how it is handled?
Accounts, when you create any account, it will copy whole interest rate chart which is applicable for that account. So account, once you create an account, it has its own copy of interest rate chart and it will completely detach from this interest rate chart. So whatever, if you do any changes to these interest rate charts on a product, that won't impact the existing accounts.
Okay.
But for new accounts, yes, definitely it will take the latest one.
Okay.
We have given this edit because if they have done any mistake or anything they want to correct it, they can correct it. But once they have done it, once they complete this, they can go ahead and add any new interest rate charts.
One more question. Then what is the use of giving add? Why can't we give just edit? Because it is a product level, right? Anyway, each account is maintaining its own copy.
Still they want to know, yeah, there is a reason for that. They wanted to know like what was the interest rate given on this product for a given period of time, between a given period of time. Like,
no, but you are allowing edit, right? That's where my question lies. If you are allowing edit, then that is no use, right? Whatever you are saying, like you are allowing them to go back and see how much they are giving. But if you allow edit, they never came to know, right, about those things. Which one is the previous value?
Okay. To answer your question, it's like edit we have given, if you have done any mistake to this, you can go and edit. That's the reason we have given edit. And the second thing we are given here, adding a new interest rates. So they want to maintain this. Okay, this is for them, this is a history. They want to maintain this and they want to add a new one.
Yeah, you should have give only edit for end date. I think that is the best way of doing it. If you give edit for any of the interest rates, again, whatever you are saying, to maintain the history, you are losing the history. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Okay, we can make a non-editable, but what if this is a active interest rate chart now? If I want to modify this,
yeah, if you want to modify it, end it here itself and create one more new one with whatever modifications you require, something like that. Because you already used it, so it is your history. You should have this.
No,
right?
no, it's like in this case I have not yet used. Okay, this I have just created.
No,
and
this is the
I
one
want to
case
modify.
you are saying. Yeah. Maybe before approval you can do that, but not of approval or active.
Okay. Right now we don't have any process for approving, so we may need to add any approval thing, or like simply once you add this end date, and if this end date is less than the current date,
Okay,
then we just make non-editable. I think that would be the good thing to do. Okay.
Okay, just think about this.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go back to the product definition. Okay, if you see the product definition, it took the latest one here, which added. Okay. I'll go back to a client. I will create a fixed deposit account using the newly created fixed deposit product. So once you go to client, you can see under section more here, you can see the one link to creating a new fixed deposit. Click on this, you'll get a screen where you can select the fixed deposits products. Based on that, it will display the product details. Screen is little messy here. Still, we are revamping the screen. Like after Bootstrap 3, like we have revamped most of the screens. Still, this was under development, so we are not touched. So you can create an account like 1st of April. Then you can deposit an amount of $5,000, and you select deposit period. You can specify. Okay, here minimum is 6 months. You have to specify minimum 6 months or greater than that. Otherwise, it will throw an error. So multiples of 3 months. So I'll select 9 months. I want to deposit for 9 months. Then, okay, fine. I'll create an account. Okay, so once you create an account, it will still we are not approved, and we are not activated the account. It just calculated the maturity amount based on the submitted date. So submitted based, it will consider that submitted date is the date which you are going to deposit, and based on that it will it will calculate the maturity date and the maturity amount. And once you approve it, approve and activate it, then again it will recalculate the maturity details. I'll just activate it on 2nd of April. Okay, now you can see here the maturity date has changed. It moved to 2nd of January 2015. And you can see it has posted a deposit of 5,000 to this account. And whenever you do any interest calculation and interest posting, so it will automatically post the interest. And if you want to add any charges, you can add the charges. We have given a premature here. Until account is matured, you can't close as a normal account closure. If you want to close, you have to choose as a premature closure. So when you choose a premature closure, you have to select a date when you want to close the account. So based on this date, again it will recalculate the amount which user has to get. Because on maturity we know the amount, but on premature we don't know. It has to recalculate. So I will select 15th of April. So maturity amount is he just get $23. Okay, we have provided you can withdraw the deposit, or you can transfer to the another savings account, or you can reinvest the amount. So I'll be just choosing here withdraw deposit. I can provide some notes. Okay. Okay, now account is closed. You can see different interest rates. Okay, I'll look into that. But this is how the FD works. Let me know if you have any questions.
Ashok, were you going to show later on the ability to define the interest rate charts for the different amounts as well?
No, we have not yet implemented that.
Oh, okay.
But we are not. We have just taken out all those features.
Oh, you took it out for now. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going to be something that's still planned to be implemented in the future too?
Yes, right now we don't have any requirements, but if anyone asks, then we can think of adding that.
Okay, because when you did the demo for the Miyagi people, there was some partial amounts of that in there, right? Or at least you had put some of the values in.
Yeah, I have not added any functionality around that, so we thought, okay, we'll just take out that because it should not confuse to the users.
Okay. Yeah, but hopefully once we get this released, we can gather some feedback on when that would be needed. And I think, there's some pretty good discussion we had with Michael and Ernest when we were reviewing that before.
Yeah.
I think Gloria had a question there, Ashok.
Yeah. To answer your question, Gloria, yes, they have to come to the branch, or they physically they have to come, and they have to collect the cash if it is a withdrawal. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Yeah, I'll be covering it like complete demo on FD and RD once we release it. So today I just wanted to give a just overview of that, what is coming in next next upcoming release. So the next one which we have added is the recurring deposit. So this is again an extension of savings product, and we can say it is an extension of fixed deposit. Okay, sorry, I'll go to create a recurring deposit. So here in this thing, the additional things which we capture is like what is the recurring amount, a recurring deposit amount, and the recurring deposit frequency. And the one more thing which we have is recurring deposit type voluntary and mandatory. This we are still discussing. We want to we are still under discussion whether we want to have it on a recurring deposit type or move it to the savings. So maybe like after 2-3 days we'll take a decision on that, whether we'll be moving it to savings account or keep it in a recurring deposit account. So the other things which I'll cover here, which are related to RD. So these calculations like interest compounding period, interest posting period, and calculate using, all these are similar to the FD, same as FD and the savings. And the thing which changes is deposit every, you have to define a frequency here, like deposit every 1 month or deposit every 2 weeks, or whatever the deposit frequency you want to specify, you can specify that. So for right now, I'll specify as a 1 month. And the lock-in period is again same thing. If you want to freeze the account, you can specify here lock-in period. And the minimum deposit term, like I'll say 6 months, maximum 5 years. Okay, this is 2 months. Okay, this time I won't apply any panel interest. I'll just define the interest rate chart from 1 to 180 days, 5%, and 180 days to 365 days, 6%, and above 7%. Okay. And I'll provide a validity date. Yes. Okay. each product has its own interest rate charts, and they'll be having each interest rate chart will have their own validity period. So the only change here is deposit every, and when it comes to account, there you'll see there will be one more field which we added that captures the recurring deposit amount. Okay, I'll create this product RD03. Okay, fine. When you go to edit mode, you have the same features like what you saw in FD. You can edit the interest rate charts and add if you want, or edit if you existing one. Then I'll go back to client. I will create a new recurring deposit account. Again, this is under section more. You can see it is next to fixed deposit. You can select deposit product. And then when you want to create the account, okay. If you see here the recurring deposit amount we have mentioned here, you can apply anything like $100, and what is the deposit period? Like I want to deposit for 12 months, and yeah, this is a recurring deposit type. I would say like I won't be covering this for right now. Once we completely implement this, I'll be covering this one, and once we release this feature. So the next one which I want to explain you about is deposit every. So what should be the frequency you are looking for this deposit recurring deposit amount? So you can select daily or weekly or monthly. So if you're selecting monthly, so every month we expect to deposit $100. Okay. Fine. This is the recurring deposit amount which you are specifying. This will tell that okay, this 100 rupees they have to deposit, but we have a requirement from one of our from Ernest team. Ed knows them that they work in African region. They had a requirement saying that they want to define the deposit recurring deposit amount, but they want to be depositing the same amount. It could be like less than the specified amount or more than that amount. But for calculating the maturity amount, we'll be using recurring deposit amount. But when they do the transactions month on month, it will vary that deposit amount. So for that we are not restricting for the users to deposit only $100. They can go ahead and deposit whatever amount they have. So I'll create this account. So initially when you create the account, it will based on the 12 months it will calculate. For 12 install, client has to deposit for 12 months. Every month he is going to deposit $100. So at the end of 12 months he is going to get this is a maturity amount. So we have to. Okay, I don't remember what was the. Okay, I'll select 2nd of January as approval. Oh, okay. Fine. I've given 6th January as the submission application submitted. So I'll select 7th January as approving the application. Then based on 7th January again it will recalculate that. Then activate. 7th of January. Okay, sorry, it calculate based on the activation date. Okay. Yeah, here if you see the balance, once you create an account, once you activate it, initially it will take that 100 rupees, that deposit amount as a first deposit. And after that, the client is free to deposit whenever he wants, or he can deposit every month. So when you deposit every month, so you'll be selecting the date when you want to deposit, like on 7th of February, the second deposit, and you can select the deposit detail like payment types. Okay, I have not added any payment types. Usually you can define the payment types like cash or M-Pesa or check or whatever the other ways of collecting the payment in your organizations. You can set those payment types. Though this setting of payment types is in the code and code values. If anyone of you don't know that, I can take it up sometime later, or you can visit one of my demos on code and code values. We get how to add all these values. Once you deposit, again, based on this actual amount, it will recalculate the maturity amount. So there won't be, I expect there won't be any change because I'm depositing the same like expected $100. But like there are cases like they won't be depositing $100, they'll be depositing less than 100, some 50. So maturity amount will come down. This is the actual maturity amount based on the whatever the amount they have deposited. And for this also they can go ahead with the premature. If account is not yet matured, they can go ahead with a premature. Or once account get matured, they'll see a button called close that will take you to the account closure process. But in both the cases, you'll see the option like you can withdraw the amount or transfer to another savings account or reinvest. So I'll just go with the premature. Okay, let me select 3rd of April. Okay, so this is the amount he is going to get based on the total amount deposited till date. And if I select transfer savings based on this, yeah, this client is having one savings account. Here it will list all the savings account which are owned by this client. And you can select one of the savings accounts and they can transfer the amount to this account. So they can transfer from recurring deposit account to their savings account. Once you close this account got closed, then you can see that transactions like withdrawn this $252.59, then it will show here when you go to transaction details, it will tell transferred from this account to the another account, the savings account. So similarly, when you go back to client, we'll take this savings account. You can see here one transaction which has come from this is a $252.59, which again came from the recurring deposit account. This is the account number. Yeah, here it is. Account type is still showing as account savings account. We have to correct this on UI side. Just a display thing. So we'll rectify this one. Yeah, this is how this works, this FD and RD works. And in case of reinvestment, what happens is it will reinvest the maturity amount to a new account. It will close the existing account and it will reinvest into a new account, and the new account application will get created. So then they have to approve the account and activate the account. So we are giving that option because like if they want to change after once the premature amount, once the account matures, they may not want to reinvest the whole amount. Like they may want to reinvest partial amount, or they want to change the investment reinvestment details, like for how long they want to deposit that product. So to give that flexibility, we are just creating the new application for reinvesting that amount, and they have to approve and activate it. So that's the feature we have given right now. Yeah, that's all about fixed deposit product, RD product, fixed and RD products and accounts. Okay.
And then Ashok, oh sorry, I'll let you handle that question.
Okay, thanks. Find that the deposit frequency is every 1 month in the system. Okay. Okay. Here we are not restricting that right now because we have a requirement like they may deposit less amount or more amount, and they may deposit in like in more than one time for that period. So the only thing what we are doing is based on the frequency, deposit frequency, we are just recalculating the maturity amount. So basically what happens at the end of the maturity of an account, so it will recalculate the interest based on the total amount he has deposited, the actual amount which is deposited in the account. Gloria, that answers your question?
Yeah, my question was kind of similar, Ashok. So just like, let's say, there was a customer and they did deposit, during each of the installments, but they only deposited, let's say, $5 instead of 100. They would still get the full interest rate on that, total actual amount, even though they didn't, meet the minimum suggested deposit. So there's no penalization for not depositing enough. You still get the full interest rate calculated on just the actual balance.
So. There won't be any changes in the interest calculation, but there is no automated fee or penalties to that. But the user, the organization has to apply a penalty explicitly. Right now, we don't have any automated penalty.
Okay.
And Ernest and their team wanted, they don't want to add any penalty for that. The thing is, the client may not be having a sufficient amount, but still they want to do a recurring deposit with whatever the amount they have in hand. So later we may need to automate that, with the option like automate the fee or automating the fee.
Okay.
If they select the automated fee, then it should apply.
Okay. And in the future, would it be an easy change if you did want to require that only the minimum deposit could be made, so it had to be that minimum amount, or would that be handled by the mandatory value there, Ashok?
I think we need to modify a bit. We have to introduce one more field. We may need to. I have to look into that, how to handle that. But I guess we need to add one more parameter to mandate that minimum deposit amount, or we can say that okay, that is the deposit they have to that is the amount they have to deposit, not less or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gloria. Sorry. What is the second question?
I think it was the second question in that other paragraph, Ashok. So what happens to the account after maturity date? So.
Let me see. Question. Oh, sorry, I missed that. What happens to that account at the maturity date? Okay. Right now, we are not doing anything with that. Once account is matured, it will. We are changing its status to account matured. Then user has to they have to specify whether they want to withdraw or reinvest or transfer to savings. And we are planning to add automated things like transferring to savings or reinvesting. That we are not yet implemented, but that is something which we want to implement in near future. Yeah, because we already have a functionality for transferring to savings account and reinvesting the account. So the only pending thing is like automating both of them. So we may need to capture like what we want to do at the time of creating an account, what user wants to do, like once the account get matured, whether you want to withdraw or reinvest or transfer to savings account. So based on that, we will automate. So a bit of work is pending in that area. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. That's all about FA and RD. Like when we complete this, then I'll just I'll take one more session, like complete details.
Okay, well, thank you for doing this, Ashok. I'll make sure we send it to everyone in the community, and that we can start to get feedback, and hopefully we'll get some clarity as to whether or not people need the ability to specify some of those certain amount ranges and having the interest rate bands be determined based on the amount that's in the account as well. So.
Yeah, that would be good. We need feedback on all these functionalities, because right now we have developed based on the requirement from one of our clients in India and one of our next clients in Africa.
Okay.
So there may be like different scenarios and different use cases.
Yeah. And right now, Earnest clients, they didn't have any of the need for defining the interest rate band on the amount. So.
I don't think so. They require anything on that.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Ashok. And then, were there any other questions from people on the call about any topics in general? So. Okay. Well, thanks again to everyone who's joining, and I see you joined Semba at the beginning of the demo. Glad you're able to join the call too. But we'll wrap up for now, and then we'll have our next user meetup in 2 weeks' time. So, okay, thank you,
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.